get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Four yards remaining now on second down.
Ready, blue ready.
Now Jameis on second down. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Anthony Hitchens in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
150. Ready, blue ready. Ready, blue ready.
On third down, Winston. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. 2nd and just 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Let's go now. Blue ready, let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Tackle made there by Justin Duran. And now an introduction here to the starting 11 on offense. And one of the good wideouts, of course, is Vincent Jackson.
And when he's on the field, you don't play small ball. You make sure you get it out to that guy and let him go get it.
They'll try to throw now. Winston. They'll roll him out right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. And a look at the defense for the Cowboys.
Morris Claiborne is a former first-round pick at quarterback with skills that can match up with anyone when he's at his best.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Jameis to throw it. Complete. He finds Brake. And he gets this one all the way down in.
Not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop him?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
And the next snap coming inside the red zone here.
Easy. Ready, blue ready.
From the red zone now, Winston. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And that was incomplete, but I don't know how much of that falls on the quarterback. He was pressured.
Brandon, the rush showed up so fast, the quarterback had no chance to get the ball downfield.
They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. 3rd and goal.
Ready, blue ready.
Now it's a bootleg with Winston. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Andrew Gachkar able to drop it for a loss of 12, and it'll be 4th down. And now with the play clock almost to 0, Dirk Cutter's going to burn a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. So on 4th down, here's the Buccaneer place kicker, Roberto Aguayo now. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And Aguayo's kick is good. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. Okay, starting lineup time offensively, Charles, for the Dallas Cowboys.
And how about them at number 4 in the 2016 draft? Big needs on the defensive line, and they go with the running back.
They go star power.
They went star power, but Ezekiel Elliott, in a lot of ways, was exactly the right decision. When they had winning success in 2014, they did it running the football. Elliott can do that for him again.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Play clock wind out here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jason Witten, 60 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. So the ball switches back over to Tampa Bay, and as they get set in place on offense, Charles, talk about the running game and the O-line, where they stack up going into next year, because Doug Martin was only active for 8 games this last season. Rushing total dropped down to 400 yards, basically.
Yeah, they were fortunate they picked up Ja'Quiz Rodgers during the year, and he gave them some nice games throughout, but I start with the offensive line. They've got some good building blocks. Left tackle Donovan Smith, guard Ali Marpet. Great places to begin. I think they'll continue to try and fortify that offensive line because that will help whoever becomes their primary ball carrier.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and they're going to face a third down. They're still in search of the first down after that last completion. Third and short yardage. Winston escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Barry Church, the strong safety, the one to get him down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Second down, Winston. He hits Rodgers in the flat. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. So with that, we come upon the 2-minute warning here on the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go now. Flip.
Winston on 3rd and 2. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And Aguayo able to knock it through. And that will tie things up at 6-6. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of there into the next series.
This is Elliott, and he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And they're going to speed things up here. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brent Grimes. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a peek.
And Winston lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. And he comes back with one complete. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now Prescott. Complete to Jason Witten. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
1st and goal here from the 9. Now Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jeff Swaim from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys are in for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter.
Here we go.
They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. This one's caught. And it stretches their lead up to 8. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the 2nd half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Let's see if the defense tries any pressure here on 3rd and 8. Final play of the half here. Winston. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Let's go.
2nd down, Prescott. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn them a fresh set of downs.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Gerald McCoy in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here's Prescott. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on fourth. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brent Grimes. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. A handoff to start the drive. Do a whole lot else. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Here's Winston. Charles Sims, the intended target, and it's third down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away, and that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Here's Brian Anger now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. Just 1 yard to go here on 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Bryant, the lone receiver left. Prescott. Out left side here to Bryant. And he's brought down. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll be first down, Cowboys.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Back now in Tampa. It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the fourth. 6 yards here to go for the offense on 2nd down. Prescott now on 2nd down. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Robert Ayers in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. One man in the backfield, Elliott. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Flush to his right. Stays on his feet. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
3rd and long for Prescott. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Keith Tandy. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Following the interception, Winston. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. The target that time was Vincent Jackson. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got a 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. One man in the backfield, Elliott. Prescott to throw it. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown?
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Alteron Werner. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. They go back to the air here after the INT. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it that you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the 4th quarter, got to feel pretty good as a defense.
Here's Winston. That's complete. Middle of the field to Humphreys. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Jaquiz Rodgers, 71 yards. And the Bucs are within a 2-point conversion of tying us up. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it.
Winston to throw for it. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the fourth. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Tie game late, and the offense really has to be conscious of the clock here as it's becoming a factor late in this ball game. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
A first down carry by Elliott. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 11 on the gain there. And that leads to a Dallas first down.
Whether it's what we call an even front or an odd front, and an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. Odd number of people, meaning 3-4 versus the 4-3, which is an even front. You've got to control those guys in the middle. Whether it's the nose or the 2 defensive tackles in a 4-man front, if those guys can't get moved, you cannot run the ball in the middle of the field. And in that play, they were able to actually take care of business.
Here's Elliott. They'll get 17 yards there, and it'll be a Dallas first down.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that the defense tries to attack in an offensive line, and most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? Well, where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz, there's 2 guys coming through that gap. In this situation, though, that A-gap wasn't open for the defense to exploit. The offensive line took care of it, protected it, and moved the defensive guys out of the way to allow for that nice run. This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll run with Elliott. And he's going to cut it back right. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the fourth, but they got to feel good now. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. He gets it to Humphreys. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Fresh set of downs here. One receiver to the left is Evans.
Ready. Blue, white. Easy.
He's back to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Easy.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Blue, white. White. Sonic. 550.
Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Tampa.